How so? I have never seen a man gotten in so much trouble in his life.
I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness.
I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it.
Date or even recall the year of when it supposedly happened. They are only making him stronger.
Jury find Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation. I said, you gotta be kidding. How so? I have never seen a man gotten in so much trouble in his life. I've never seen a man being so openly and publicly crucified in his life than Donald Trump. It seems to me, the more they attack the man, the bigger he gets. Now, the thing is, what exactly has he done? What was the crime of Mr. Trump?
This afternoon, the trial comes after Carol sued Trump, accusing him of raping her in a department store in the 90s.
That was just a dumb thing, to go into a dressing room with a man that I hardly know and have him shut the door and then be unable to stop him. Sexual violence is in every country, in every strata of society.
Carol first went public with her allegations against Trump in 2019. Then President Trump fired back at Carol, denying the allegations and saying the two never even met.
I have no idea who this woman is. This is a woman who's also accused other men of things, as you know. It is a totally false accusation.
Despite this photo from the 1980s showing Carol and Trump chatting, which Trump acknowledges.
There's some picture where we're shaking hands, it looks like, at some kind of event.
Carol's lawyers say they plan to call witnesses to back up her.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So I can't say for certain that's impossible. You know, I can't say that because I wasn't there. But I have a lot of questions about this, the way they like to promote that. Again, Trump used to be the guy who was partying. He was out there in the world doing things. There's a video of Trump. I'll show you quickly. He was a bachelor.
And sounding like the Trump of the...
I don't know if you would say that's a good thing or bad thing. That's for you to decide. I personally wouldn't do it, but that was his life. He was rich. He had a lot of money. And he was loved, and he was known all around the place.
Donald Trump is the Hugh Hefner of the 90s.
In the 1990s,
Yep.
Donald Trump was building a reputation for himself as a ladies' man.
For an older person, he's very attractive.
He may be the most eligible bachelor in America. Please welcome Donald Trump.
Again, and he seemed to enjoy the dating scene.
Yeah, I mean,
lights provided the color.
this was it. It
one
was
of his-
it was a life of party and girls and everything else that under the sun. Yeah, now he became president. The whole life is being investigated, and you know he's under question here, talking about the defamation case, and he's answering concerning the woman. Listen to what he said.
Hopefully our great movement, and there's never been anything like this in the United States, and the only way they figure they can slow it down is to come up with people that are willing to say, oh, I was with Donald Trump in 1980.
Nothing changes.
I was sitting with him on an airplane. And he went after me on the plane. Yeah, I'm going to go after. Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you.
Oh my goodness, it's brutal.
You don't know. That would not be my first choice.
When you said in that video that Ms. Leeds would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical looks, correct?
Just the overall, I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness.
I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest in.
The video we just watched.
Oh my goodness, brutally honest. I tell you what, I may not like everything about Trump. I love his honesty. I love his honesty. Say what you want to say. His honesty is off the chain. Have you guys noticed that on Fox News, they've been getting rid of Ron DeSantis ever since Fox News got rid of Tucker Carlson, they've been kind of like talking in a positive about Donald Trump. And ever since there was these defamation cases, the one that's going on in New York right now with Calvin, Brad, and I noticed lately they've been pro-Trump. And 2 months before they weren't pro-Trump. Now they were Fox News team. They were DeSantis team. Now they are Trump's team. It's crazy how the world changes all over the place. Anyway, let's take a listen to this quick commercial here from Fox News.
Ron DeSantis loves sticking his fingers where they don't belong. And we're not just talking about pudding. DeSantis has his dirty fingers all over senior entitlements, like cutting Medicare, slashing Social Security, even raising our retirement age. Tell Ron DeSantis to keep his pudding fingers off our money.
All right, I know.
Oh my goodness. This is what they said. They are not only getting rid of Ron, but they also promoting Trump, right? Anyway, friends, I find that to be very insightful that Fox News is getting rid of Ron DeSantis and now they're going for Trump. All right, I got my man here. This is Dr. Steve Turley. He is gonna, put his 2 cents on it because he's really good like that. So let's take a listen to him as we bring this video to an end.
They are only making him stronger. That is the message that's coming out ultimately from the New York jury. They're only making him stronger, and I'm going to show you exactly how. As I'm sure you know by now, a jury in New York found President Trump liable for sexual abuse and battery of E. Jean Carroll from an incident, a purported incident, 3 decades ago. Now, of course, President Trump absolutely denies it. He doesn't even know the woman. She originally accused Trump of rape, though she couldn't cite the date or even recall the year of when it supposedly happened. And the jury, in fact, found her testimony about being raped by Trump unconvincing, which, of course, is what makes this decision so utterly bizarre. After just 3 hours of deliberation, the New York jury came back with a split decision. The jurors rejected the claim that she was raped. They shot that claim down, but they then turned around and found Trump liable for sexual abuse and for defaming Carroll to the tune of $5 million. So the decision was absolutely insane. She lost when it came to her key claim, yet the jury awarded her damages irrespective of the key claim upon which those damages depended. There's no rational way of making sense of this. The Boston Herald captured the contradiction in their headline. Trump did not rape E. Jean Carroll, jury finds, but still owes her $5 million. Trump himself took to Truth Social and said incredulously, I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. This verdict is a disgrace, a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. And that's key, this notion that this is nothing more than a witch hunt, an extension of the weaponized legalism that Democrats have been waging against Trump for months now, that has the power to propel Trump all the way to the White House. I love the way legal analyst Robert Barnes put it. He tweeted out, quote, the big flaw in the lawfare against Trump is Trump haters' belief that ordinary Americans will accept the action of juries and judges as an honest, nonpartisan judgment of the facts. Problem for them is nobody in America believes judges or juries anymore. And again, gang, that's coming from a trial lawyer. Remember, the Trafalgar Group found that 79% of likely voters believe that we live in a two-tier justice system that deliberately protects political insiders. That includes 77% of independents. 8 in 10 likely voters believe that we have a compromised justice system that operates by double standards. And as Barnes pointed out, don't think juries are immune from that suspicion. Weaponized legalism is a serious issue in our nation. 8 in 10 voters are concerned about it. And what are they seeing here with this incoherent judgment? Now, already, pundits have been coming out noticing a strange trend with Trump. And the analysis I'm thinking of in particular comes from Mike Allen over at the left-leaning Axios. And ironically, he posted this just a couple of hours before the verdict from New York came in. Look at what he writes, quote, call it the Trump law of inverse reactions. Everything that would seem to hurt the former president only makes him stronger. As it turns out, Trump's grip over Republicans seems stronger than ever.
Only makes him what? Stronger. Let's just be honest. This is the system is being weaponized. Okay, it's being weaponized against the man, and there are good reasons for that, because it's Trump. He's a problem to the system because the powers that be can't have their way as long as this man is alive and well. And guess what? 2024, I'm voting for him.
Him stronger. As it turns out, Trump's grip over Republicans seems stronger than ever, and his chances of beating President Biden are as high as ever. This dynamic is similar to the stunning election 2016. Think about it. In the past few months, Trump has been indicted on 34 felony counts. Ha ha, but you get the gist. He's faced a civil trial over a rape accusation from 1996. He's faced rising competition from credible 2024 challengers. He's seen a growing likelihood he'll be indicted again, this time for trying to corrupt the 2020 election results. And at the very same time, all of that is happening, Trump has moved up in Republican primary and general election polls. He's won a flurry of endorsements from House Republicans, including several from Florida, beating DeSantis at a high-stakes inside game. He's raised a formidable $34 million for his 2024 campaign, with a surge of donations just after his indictment. He's run former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who looks set for a 24 run, out of the race. And he's revved up his voters with continued claims that the deep state is targeting him, which doubles as an appeal to all voters who view elites skeptically. So what we at Axios are hearing is that for the first time in a long time, top Republicans and Democrats are telling us the same thing in the same words. Trump looks impossible to beat for the Republican nomination. And if Trump is the GOP nominee, he could have a better than coin flip chance of moving back into the White House. A Washington Post ABC News poll out on Sunday had Trump leading Biden by 7 points outside the margin of error in a theoretical rematch. Even though majorities think Trump should face criminal charges, 18% of those who want him arrested still back him over Biden. That's huge. The bottom line, this is another echo of 2016. Beltway and establishment Republicans are fantasizing that something magical will make Trump go away instead of deploying a coordinated effort to supplant him. You know how that worked out last time. That was from Mike Allen of Axios. There's no way around this, gang. All of this, all of it, is making Trump stronger. It's solidifying his populist bona fides. It's demonstrating that the swamp is scared to death of him. And it's guaranteeing that more voters than ever are going to line up behind him as the one person on the planet that can finally crush the deep state.
Exactly.
Maybe that New York jury decision wasn't so bad after all.
Woo! Way to do it, man. I love my man. I love me, Dr. Steve Turley. Look at his face. Listen, man. Mr. Trump, you're looking at your next president. It's like the more they go after the man, the stronger he gets, the more powerful he becomes. They're creating a boogie monster, man. They're turning him into a martyr. They don't learn. This is what they did last time, and that's why he won. And they doing it again. Like, these people just don't get it. It's either they do understand what's going on, or they just hate the man so much that they cannot see the trajectory of their actions. And again, where do you stand? Do you think Trump is innocent, guilty? I don't know. When it comes to that sexual accusation, I don't know what to say. I wasn't there. I'm sure things might probably happen. I mean, if you were to dig into their past, I'm sure you'll find a lot of things about every single one of us. Thank God for Jesus, who washes away our sins. But the thing is, this woman waited till 2019 to bring her accusation against Trump. Yeah, guess why? Because he was running for president. So it's almost like start finding any dirt wherever you could find it and throw it at Trump. That was the goal. Now she won. She's gonna get about $2-something million, I think, $2 to $5 million. It's a civil court. It doesn't stop him from doing anything. It doesn't stop him from running. It seems like the more they attack Trump, the bigger he becomes, man. You're better off leave him alone. Let him fade in the background. Just let him fade away. But the more attention he gets, you know, any publicity is good for him, man. I'm telling you, any level of publicity is good publicity. And the thing is, here is the beautiful thing. When you look at Trump's situation, and there's a lesson to learn here. The lesson is if you are destined for greatness, right? And especially if you believe in God, and I want to spiritualize the matter a little bit here. And I'm not saying Trump is guiltless. It doesn't have any problems. It's bigger than Trump. I know that. Trump is a man who stands in a way of those who are looking for ways to control the masses. But Trump stands in the way. That's a problem. But here is the thing I wanted to share with you. Like, for I reckon that the suffering of these present times are not worthy to be compared with the glory shall be revealed in us. So there are things that we are going through right now, current suffering and difficulties. These things are not worthy. In other words, there's something bigger and greater in store for you and I, right? Look at this next thing here in verse 28. For we know that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are the called according to his purpose. I love this. We know that all things work together for good to them that love God. Exactly. You see what these people are doing to Trump? It's actually going to work together for his good. It might work together for the good of the country. I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is a positive move. The more that you attack the man, the more sympathetic I become, the more the independent voters are looking at this and say, you know what? Something's wrong with this. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he may be, he's not a sinless individual. There's no such thing. However, for him to be guilty of all these charges back and forth, one after another, it really makes you wonder, like, what is it about the man that you want to crucify him for? People like me who was like apolitical, when had nothing to do with Trump, when had nothing to do with Biden either. When I see the way they treat Trump, I'm like, he must be a good man. Because he must be a good man. Somebody said, well, he must be a criminal. He must be an evil man. Now, you gotta be smarter than that. For those of you who are thinking that, if you keep still thinking Trump is such an evil, bad individual, you're not paying attention. You're not discerning truth from error. You're not understanding propagandas. You're not understanding character smearing. You're not understanding what's happening here. This is a political move. It's very obvious. Like, and I'm not the best commentary person on politics and everything, but I can see right through it. I'm like, this is very obvious. Listen, they're only making him stronger. So comment below. Share your thought and perspective with me. Let me know what you think about this reaction video as well. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. How are you voting for Trump? Because, listen, I made up my mind. I'm voting for Trump 2024. They made me want to vote for him. Before, I didn't care. But guess what? My mind is made up. Trump 2024. Forget about it. We're going all the way. Have a good one. Bye.